we've covered everything there. Now, here's one other sign on this that you got to realize. This is very funny because there's stuff on the internet about this being good or bad or whatnot. This box, because it's by Hunters and Frankau, and they want to mimic the traditional, original Por Larranaga box, the clasp, okay, is actually held in by nails, okay? But this is no crappy piece of shit. This is put on very well, okay? And there are proper tacks that fit flush and hold everything on. This is a heavy-duty clasp. You'll find it of a little heavier, thicker, better quality than most of the other cigar boxes you encounter. These are real nails, okay? They should be in perfectly. They shouldn't be sticking up out of anything or through the wood in here. It's a beautiful little touch. I think it's awesome. It makes the clasp look really, official, and I like that. So, looking at the outside of the box and everything we have, this is what you should get. This is what to expect. Make sure, everything is put on properly. Everything is, it's a real good heavy-duty box. It's not a piece of flimsy crap that somebody tried to copy. I don't believe this cigar was counterfeited. Doing the bands would be very difficult, and even doing the box would be very difficult. There are a lot of stickers. There are a lot of little touches that would throw one off, but you never know, so it's always good to be careful. Let's open her up. On opening the box, you have beautiful artwork up on the cover there, but more importantly, your Hunters and Frankau, just like we had for the El Rey Del Mundos, you have your Por Larranaga Regalias De Londres slip, which gives a little history about the cigar. Por Larranaga Regalias De Londres is a vitola size that has been chosen by Habanos SA in 2009 for sale exclusively in the United Kingdom. These 25 Habanos, made with leaves selected from the Vuelta Abajo, where the best tobacco in the world grows, are part of a special production of 1,200 number boxes containing 25 Regalias De Londres, distributed by Hunters and Frankau, the exclusive distributor in Great Britain. Now, it does not say on here one little thing that I discovered. Regalias De Londres translates directly to gifts from London. Okay? And they really are. 50 ring gauge, 141 millimeters, or 5.5 inches. Okay, so what we're looking here is a large Robusto. 50 by 5 would be maybe a Toro really, right? 50 by 5.5, somewhere between a double Robusto and a Toro. Of course, you have your Habanos chevron. Okay, that should be in the box. If the box has been opened and these things are missing, it doesn't mean they're fake, it means they're missing. Look at other things to make sure you got the real thing. Don't go crazy right away just because there's a little piece of paper missing. But it's always nice to have them, of course. Like all dress boxes as such, you have your sheet, which is adhered in very, very solidly. And it's really beautiful. I mean, I can't wait till we make a Por Larranaga jar. I think it'll be the most beautiful thing. Just imagine it, the gold trim and the artwork. I love the upper logo. You have children walking with lions as their tamed pets. And it's just kind of, I don't know, makes you think of something transcendent or, I don't know, innocence, strength, courage, all sorts of crazy things going on there. And then you have two lovers, okay, which appear to be both women. So, I mean, they're embraced like lovers, and they both have breasts, so I see a couple of lesbians. I mean, I don't know, that's what it looks like to me. If anybody knows what this really is, you tell me. They're definitely both women, and they're in some sort of embrace. So, I love the sailboats in the background, okay? The spinning wheel, just a really nice piece of artwork. You have your medals going around. Wow, about 20 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 And I think 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20 metals. That's more than the frickin' Partagas jar, which is insane. So you could have a jar, right, with 20 metals, with the lion scene. I'd probably do the lion scene on the front, or, you know, probably do this on the lid. This would be like all other jars. But if you want to get really nice, how about a lid that has like a cone that comes to a point? Kind of like the bowl of a jar has a bulb. Come to a point. Do that in gold, okay? Do Por Larranaga around the edge of this point on the top of the lid, all right? With the metals on the lid all the way around. And on the jar, you can do a really big scene of, like, you know, the lions and everything, and then somehow maybe even include this on the back of the jar. You can put this on the back where the words are. I think that would be really nice. Speaking of jars, well, we'll get to that later. Anyway, you know me and my jars. Here we go, my friends. We're inside. There they are. I'm being careful not that they don't go falling out of the fucking box. They're bright, man. Okay? I'm going to put these on the table so we can get a better look at them. Let's do that. And again, Jesus. It's unfortunate to be a smoker and a collector, because if you really want to smoke them, but if you smoke them, the box is broken, and you can't really sell a box with cigars missing. I mean, you could, but it's not going to be worth as much. So that means you got to buy another box, one to save, one to smoke. That's a lot of money. Here we go. Now you got a picture. Before they looked all flat. Look at those bands. Basically what you have here is a flat gold band with a lot of embossing on it, heavy embossing. They're thick bands with a lot of dots and symbols. Then you have two sections of the band, an oval and a rectangle, which are in this gilded copper color. Not gold, but copper. That kind of really pops out from the flat gold band. Whoever designed this band is brilliant. Really just one of the most regal bands. It's not gaudy. It really isn't gaudy because it's still plain, but it really pops and it's really elegant, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful band. Of course, you have your secondary bands, which we're all familiar with by now. Exclusivo Reino Unido, exclusive to the United Kingdom, and again, shiny, sparkly silver metal, not flat. The embossing should be tight. These cigars are a lot of money. They're not going to fucking half-ass them. They're done very well. The bands are all embossed nicely. Looking at the box, we can see that these cigars are straight as an arrow, straight across, okay? And we can also see, most importantly about the cigars themselves, that they're all the same shade. I've seen lighter ones, I've seen darker ones. These are somewhere in the middle. But look at that tobacco, and look at the sheen on them. I mean, these are just gorgeous cigars. The aroma's hitting me over here behind the camera, and I have these in the It's just all over the house at this point. They smell like heaven, and I don't even know what to say because I have not tried one yet. As you can see, the box is full. I will have to take some time out today on the way to the bank and give one a smoke, perhaps. Beautiful, 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 beautiful cigars. Okay? Absolutely gorgeous cigars. Por Larranaga, like El Rey Del Mundo, is usually a mild brand, but based on what happened with the El Rey Del Mundo, I don't think these are going to be really mild. They're probably going to be more medium. I know they're going to have a hell of a lot of flavor. Look at that. Hey, it's like the Home Jewelry Network. Very nice. Okay. These wrappers are really, really something. They are not... They're a little lighter than you're seeing on the camera, the wrappers, actually. Just a little. They're not quite that dark because the lighting is off. But they're pretty dark. They're good Colorado, okay? And they're gorgeous. Yeah. Oh, man, it smells unbelievable, man. Oh, man, you can smell the earth and spices, but most of all this dank. Oh, it's just delicious, like this. Oh man, I don't know what to call it. Wood, spices, and earth. And of course that Cuban smell that you can't really call anything else but a Cuban smell. This dank, soily, like some people say, oh, manure. You don't want to make it sound disgusting, but you know, yeah. These are 100% Cuban, 100% Volta Abajo tobacco, and I am completely in love with them so far. Looking closely, I can see a very slight dusting of plume in the crevices where nobody wiped the cigar down. These were probably sitting in the factory, or sitting in the warehouse aging very, very nicely until I ordered them. But they've been, oh, this one is so oily and dark. When I get a new box of cigars, I always take the cigar that looks the least appealing, that I think is going to smoke the worst, and I smoke that one first. That's a little trick, and I do that because it's going to let you know how great a box of cigars these really are. You take one that looks like, you know, either overfilled or kind of like it has a tear in it, and whatever, maybe it's a little dry looking, and the others are oily. Smoke that one first, and if that one blows you away, imagine what the other ones are going to do. These are fantastic, fantastic, fantastic work of art, this box here. Now, I'll just show you one more thing for all of you who want to see it. Not really necessary, but, you know, it happens factory by factory. And what you can do, see, as far as corner cuts are concerned, people aren't specific enough. They say, oh, it has to be a round corner cut. Well, you know what? This one is. So therefore, all Puro Larranaga Regalias De Londres should have a round corner cut. They came from the same factory, produced at the same time. Okay? So that's the story. You wouldn't want to see these with a straight cedar cut. However, you may order a box of Monty 2s and get it with a straight cut, because at that time, and there'll be a lot of them with a straight cut from that year. So to really clarify, if the boxes are from the same time period and factory, they should have about the same process as far as the cedar sheet is concerned. Of course, we can see here that we have a little corner. I know some of you out there are going, just move it, lift it up. So I didn't want to fucking mess these all up, but for all of my viewers who really got to see what else is down there, I'll just move these to this side real quick. And let's take a look at the bottom layer. It's as beautiful as the top, huh? Dark, dark, dark. There's one with a little teeny sunspot right there. This one kind of rolled a tiny bit. These are put in, and you know, you got to remember first, these are, at this point, these are 2 to 3 years old. Okay? Well, let's see. 2000, what was it? June 2010, right? So they're exactly 2 years old. And when they're put in, they're a lot more moist than they are now. And what happens is some get pushed together. So once in a while, like when they fill a box of cigars, they squeeze them in so they don't move, you know. But sometimes due to the conditions, one cigar is being squeezed more by all the other cigars and will end up being a little thinner. But for the most part, we have cigars here that are exactly the same size, color. Okay? That's just beautiful. I'm glad we got to see that. Now let me carefully insert this. Also note that the cedar is a nice thick sheet of cedar. It's not a flimsy piece of crap. It's not as thick as, say, some of the Honduran punch boxes, the Grand Crus, where you get a cedar sheet 1/8 of an inch thick. But it's pretty thick. And there's a little room in the box as far as up and down goes.